Good evening, this is Rich. No Sunday stroll this week. We're doing the Saturday sit down. I've just literally dropped me lads off. I thought I'm going to pull over in a nice little lay-by. There's a little bit of sun coming through the window. I'm going to give a bit of a match reaction. So this is the Saturday sit down. This is the Suffolk Crunch. And this is your review of Ipswich Town 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. Town move a step closer to relegation. It's virtually done and dusted. It isn't mathematically over just yet, but the fat lady was definitely warming up her vocal cords second half. Firstly, please can you hit the subscribe button if you are new here. It's totally free. And also we will go for tonight. What we sitting? 12 points behind. We'll do 120 lights. We can smash that anyway. 120 lights times 2. Let's do 240. But yeah, Town today entertained Wolverhampton Wanderers, looking to build on the back of Wednesday's victory at the Vitality against Bournemouth. It was an unchanged team for Kieran Mckenna'S men. No changes. Leif Davis returned to the bench, but Connor Townsend kept his place in the team. Amari Hutchinson was on the bench. So, no, he wasn't on the bench. Amari Hutchinson was not on the bench. He was still out through his hamstring injury. So, yeah, it was an unchanged team. And the sun was shining at Portman Road. If you sat in the sun today, happy days for you. If you sat in the shade like me, it was absolutely bloody freezing. We had to go out the back at half-time onto the old practice pitch to go and warm up. But we warmed up with Town going in 1-0 at half-time. It was a bit of a bitty first half for me, but I thought Town really got in amongst Wolves. I thought they, second balls. We were winning second balls. We were making tackles. We were making it difficult. The crowd are up for it. And then we took the lead with a goal from Liam Delap. Ball from the left-hand side, ball Axel to Nzabi. It got recycled from a corner. Dar O'Shea wins the header at the far post, knocks it in. Liam Delap, Johnny on the spot, gets in front of the goalkeeper. But then we have the dreaded VAR wait for potential offside. And we waited, and we waited, and we waited. And in the end, the goal was given. I will talk about VAR a little bit later because obviously it got involved with the Wolves' second goal later on in the second half. Then we had the Alex Palmer. Almost, it was one of them ones would have been on own goals and gaffes in the day, if you remember the video. I think I got one for Christmas. It was a back pass by Dar O'Shea, and it's literally, he tries to control it with his studs, goes under his studs, and he claws it away off the goal line. Now, it's given us a free kick on the 6-yard line, which, in my opinion, and I'd see, I'm not sure where it was. I see a little clip of that incident, and Ian Wright was talking about that Wolves have got no advantage from that. And I totally agree with him. You know, it should be moved back to 10 yards away from goal, and it's knocked, obviously, indirect free kicked. Town close it down with everybody on the line. I think it's Sammy Morsey gets out and makes a great block. So Alex Palmer, he got away with one there massively. He got a yellow card in the aftermath when he encroached a little bit too quickly. Interesting one for me that he's not received a yellow card for the actual handball. Matt Stannard is the qualified referee. So if Matt's watching this, can you please tell me, Matt, in the comments, why Alex Palmer did not receive a yellow card, or anyone else knows why. But yeah, Town went in at half-time 1-0 up. Hadn't been a classic by all means, but we got that all-important goal and we were in the lead. And then we come out in the second half, and we've seen it quite a few times this season for Town. We're just in the dressing room, and within about 2 minutes, I could see the way that this half was going. Wolves started on the front foot. Town, like I say, was slow out the blocks. And just didn't get in the game. All the good things that we'd done in the first half, closing them down, getting close to them, shutting down the space. Second balls, we were just way off it in that second half. It was a Southampton-like home performance in that second half, I'm sad to say. And obviously, look, Wolves when I look at Wolves and I match them up against Town, this is the things that I think that Wolves are better than us. They're bigger than us. They're stronger than us. They're faster than us. They're more physical than we are. They're more athletic than we are. And simply, Wolves have got better players than we have. And if you look tonight, they're sitting 12 points clear of Town with 7 games to go. It's probably going to be about 18 points when it's all said and done, and probably Wolves will end up on the magic 40 points, which they always used to say was the sort of benchmark where you sort of aimed for safety. But when you've got players like Sarabia coming on, he comes off the bench, he was playing for PSG. This is a level of players that we're up against. He levelled with a shot from the edge of the box. I'd like to see it again. I think Alex Palmer, I don't think he moves his feet great, if I'm honest. It doesn't sort of go into the corner with that much power on it. But we've made a sub before that. We've brought Jack Taylor on in the 10. It was crying out for substitutions today. We didn't make any more substitutions till the 81st minute. Now, Kieran was really good last season with his substitutes. This season, there's been certain points in certain games when you're watching it and you're thinking, come on, are you going to do a sub? Are you going to make a change? And he left it and left it and left it. And he brings on 4 players on 81 minutes. George Hurst, Jayden Philogene, Connor Chaplin, and Leif Davis comes on for Connor Townsend, Jens Kajust, Liam Delap, which I'll get onto in a minute, and Axel Tuanzebe. Ben Johnson goes back to right back. We're 1-1. We're needing to win this game. You are taking your leading goal scorer with 12 goals, your main goal threat, you're taking him off the pitch when you need to win it. I still, and this is no slight on George Hurst because I love George Hurst. We'll always remember Barnsley, that goal he scored. But Liam Delap is our leading scorer. We need to score a goal. Why are you taking him off? Why can't we play 2 up front for the last 10 minutes? Try something different. Why did Calvin Phillips not come on the pitch at all in that game when it was crying out in 60 minutes to probably, in my opinion, just my opinion, Sammy Morsey was struggling. I would have took him off. I'd have put Calvin Phillips on. Or you could have lost an attacking player. Play a 3 in midfield. We don't do this. We just stick with the formula and we don't change anything, and we just do like-for-like substitutions, which is a bit frustrating, you know. But yeah, we make the changes, and then on 84, Strand Larsen scores. Sarabia at the far post peels off Leif Davis, bundles it in Strand Larsen, and then we're waiting again. It's another VAR check. It's another 2 or 3 minutes. And listen, we all go to football to be entertained. VAR is not entertaining for anybody. If anybody can come on here and leave a comment why VAR is good for football, I'm all ears. But as far as I'm concerned, as a fan and a fan experience, it sucks the life out of the game. We're sitting there, we're wondering what's going on. You're sitting there. The Wolves fans, you could hear them singing, hating VAR. I've had a Wolves mate message me tonight, wants to stay in the Premier League but hates everything about it. VAR is one of the main things there, you know. You're checking for these offsides. Yet the other night, at James Tarkowski, it's a red card in anybody's book. They can't get that right. So, yeah, look, we're going to be out this league soon. We're going to be back to the Championship. We're going to go back to no VAR, and I cannot wait. You know, I cannot wait for that. But, yeah, so Wolves go 2-1 up, and with 6 minutes left, and I think there was 7 minutes added on. Town didn't lay a glove on Wolves, really, from that point on. We huffed and puffed. Wolves see out the game. They bought their free kicks. They managed the clock, and they went away with 3 points. And I'd say on the overall game, they did deserve it. And like I said, bigger than us, stronger than us, faster than us, with more physicality. Town are a nice football team, you know, but nice football teams don't get anywhere. We're going to go back to the Championship with a little bit of a whimper, I'm afraid, and all that positivity that we had the other night from the victory down at Bournemouth. We were all probably getting a little bit carried away. If we win today, if we cut the gap to 6, could we get the great escape? Well, tonight we're back up to 12 points, 13 points if you take Wolves' goal difference into the equation. We've got 7 games left now. Next up is Chelsea at Stamford Bridge next Sunday at 2 p.m. But yeah, today really disappointing second half. I've not heard what Kieran said after the game. I'd be really interested in his thoughts on that second half display. I think a lot of it has to be on the manager tonight, and I'm one that doesn't like to criticise Kieran McKenna. I think he's got so much credit in the bank as far as I'm concerned. But I watched that today, and I probably think we've got a really talented coach there at this point in his managerial career. I think he's a little bit off being a Premier League manager. I'm not saying he's not going to be in the long run, because I think he can be, and I think he will be. But I think as far as this season is concerned, like the playing staff and like performances on the pitch, he hasn't been quite good enough in them moments. And it was a moment today, you know, when you have to change it up. Be proactive, don't be reactive, but we just didn't do anything until it was 9 minutes to go in the game, and the game really got away from us and the subs couldn't really have an impact. But really disappointing. I struggled to pick a man in the match today. I'll probably say Ben Johnson. He had a decent game. I know Delap scored a goal, but he really struggled today. He couldn't really get in the game. We didn't have a lot of the ball. I mean, Julio and Ciso, first half, was busy. He was winning tackles. There was a great one in the left-back position. He was whipping the crowd up. Second half, he literally didn't get a kick. And for me, he was another one. He was blowing out of his backside on 60 minutes. He should have come off then. I'd have brought Jack Clark on, you know. But look, it's all ifs, buts and maybes now. It's too late. It's another defeat for Town. 7 to go. 12 points is the gap now. It's all but nailed on with relegation. I'm probably going to pick Newcastle. I think might be the game that seals our fate in 3 games time. But we got Chelsea, we got Arsenal, we got Newcastle the next 3 up. So it doesn't get any easier for Town. But yeah, we'll go to the Bridge next Sunday. Full allocation. We'll get behind the boys and we'll see what we can achieve. But poor from Town today. It was a big game. We were all expecting big things, and we were all left just a little bit deflated leaving the stadium tonight, you know. Anyway, please do hit the subscribe button. 240 likes, but I know we can absolutely smash through that. So really, really appreciating you watching. Get involved in your comments. There's always great comments after a game. And I thought, rather than sit on it tonight and do it tomorrow, I thought I'd do one tonight when it's a bit raw. You know, I'm pretty angry, you know, at that second half performance, and I haven't been that angry this season. There's only been certain games, probably Southampton at home, you know, when I'm thinking we should have done a lot better. But then, look, Wolves are an established Premier League team, so what did we really expect? Did we expect anything different? I don't know, but leave your comments, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, have a beer, enjoy your Saturday evening, switch off from the football, you know, if you can. But if you can't, get involved on the Suffolk Crunch and leave your comments. All the best. And